Hi everyone, welcome to Newsview channel. Thank you for watching Newsview channel. Please like and subscribe. So today's topic we are discussing on is Donald Trump. Donald Trump, the bully, the person who likes to bully the world. We've heard some stories, when we were kids, or maybe you might have had your best friend at one point of time. And let's say that best friend would have bullied you. How do you feel about it? Well, you would tolerate it for some time, right? You would discuss it out with him, and then slowly and gradually you see that the bullying is not stopped, and then what you do is you part ways with your best friend for your peace of mind, right? Or maybe what happens is you part away with your best friend and you make new friends, or if you had some old friends, you pally along with them. And that is what exactly is happening with Donald Trump. Now, Donald Trump is used to bullying countries around. Let's not forget, just 3 to 4 weeks ago, he bullied the entire European Union into a trade deal that naturally gave all the power and leverage to the United States. And the United States has been having this habit of bullying countries and doing things to its own advantage. That's what matters to the United States. But Trump's decision to sever America's relationship with India is one he will regret very soon. And he's done so many times, and his second time, Donald Trump is overplaying his hand. And in the process, the United States has thrown away one of its most critical allies, the India, pushing India straight back into the arms of its BRICS partners, China and Russia. Donald Trump never expected this. By having those 50% tariffs, he thought, maybe what India might buckle down. But kudos to India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who was actually in one of his first foreign leaders to visit the White House shortly after Trump took office for the second term. And why do I say kudos? Is because of that approach which he did at that point of time. Now, Donald Trump has proved with the recent shakedown of the European Union, there are no true allies under the Trump administration, and India is no exception. Modi had decided to not back down and immediately pivoted to China, announcing his intention to visit the country for the first time in 7 years. What this entire situation proves is that in this world you cannot trust anyone. There was some months back some years back when Galwan happened, but gone are those days. You cannot trust anyone. Now today is the day when you might want to, the way geopolitical situation pans out, that you might want to friend a country with whom, a year or 2 years down the line, you were not on good terms. And that is why we say geopolitics is for the experienced people. Now, learning nothing from these failures, Donald Trump is trying the same strategy yet again. You look at the strategic benefits India brings to the United States. Trump's decision to strong arm New Delhi with sky high tariffs makes absolutely no sense. To further disrespect India, Donald Trump went out of his way to publicly declare that India's economy was a dead economy and that the US does little business with India. Statistics say something else. The reality is that India's economy has been growing rapidly for many decades. In 2023, its GDP hit $3.55 trillion, if I recollect well, with an impressive 7.6% growth rate, making it one of the fastest growing large economy in the world. But once again, this is Donald Trump, and Trump simply ignoring facts and creating false narratives. Not only is he wrong about India's economy, but also its growth. Now, with these new tariffs and Modi's high-profile trip to Beijing, the US is effectively taking one of its most valuable, players off its board indefinitely. But more importantly, Trump has now caused India to fully move closer to China, which is a major win for the BRICS party, another win for Russia, and another clear example of the multipolar world we live in today. US needs to understand this, not even US. Trump needs to understand this. Gone are those days where America was great. It's a multipolar world these days. Trump is penalizing India even though there are plenty of other countries who are literally doing the same exact thing, including the United States. Many countries, in fact, still buy oil directly from Russia. And in the case of European Union, they are even buying Russian oil through India as an intermediary. If this hypocrisy wasn't already glaring, the United States is also guilty of the very thing it accused other countries of. The United States still imports Russian uranium to power its own nuclear industry, and not even in small amounts. In 2023, after the newest Russian Russian occupation of Ukraine began, the US bought 27% of its enriched uranium from Russia. And even today, a substantial share of America's nuclear fuel still comes directly from Russia. So when US demands that India plays by the book, that itself does not even uh, flow, or follow. It's no wonder that the New Delhi is drifting closer to its BRIC partners. Washington has made it very clear that it doesn't value loyalty. What it values is control. That's what Trump is doing. He penalizes other countries not out of principle but maybe an ego. But at the same time, he loves bullying people. And nobody wants to deal with a bully. I mean, this is why precisely Prime Minister Modi is taking that initiative of, causing up with China. Modi has also doubled down on his commitment to another BRICS partner, Russia. In a direct response to the tariff, Modi dispatched his national security advisor to Russia and followed up with an even stronger message, when he replied or when he put across a message on X. He mentioned, I had a very good and detailed conversation with my friend President Putin and reaffirmed our commitment to further deepen the India Russia special and privileged relationship. I mean, when you understand the usage of that word friend, you realize what's happening over here. Now, instead of isolating Russia, he strengthened Russia India partnership. Instead of containing China, he's driven India closer to China. How this pans out in the coming days or the coming months has to be seen. But one thing is very clear, right? Donald Trump is a bully, and that is the way he is with the entire world. And that's not how the world works. This is something for him to understand. I thank you for watching NewsView channel. Have a great day. Thank you for all your support. Please subscribe. Please like the channel. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.